A spectacular fall Saturday live at the Daytona State Soccer Complex. We're all set for NJCAA women's soccer as the Falcons of Daytona State College play host to the Broward College Seahawks. Today's game being brought to you in part by the Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Daytona State College, and Follett's Bookstore. Follett's is the official textbook supplier for Falcon student athletes. Welcome aboard. Tom James alongside my partner Ted Sofianos. Tremendous season so far for the Falcons. Ted, today looking for their third consecutive victory.
And wouldn't you know it, they're going to try to take this team on during homecoming. That's got to be a uplift right there for them, a little bit of a boost in the arm with all the activities that are ongoing right now that our fans from our viewers sitting at home can't see.
And you couldn't ask for a better homecoming weekend weather-wise. Let's look at the starters for Broward, the visiting team, the Seahawks, and some of the players to really keep an eye on right here, especially in goal, Ted. Reyes, the National Player of the Week with 12 saves and 3 clean sheets. So she's had spectacular play. Cronval also a high work rate, very positive influence. In Daytona State right now, this is a team that is very hot, 10-3 on the season. And boy, that creative and great dribbler is Andreasen. So another terrific lineup and a roster, and certainly watch out for her today. And we'll pause for a moment for our national anthem as the Daytona State Jazz Choir, an a cappella group, sings it.
National anthem being performed by the Daytona State Jazz Choir.
Stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the
Tremendous job. Our national anthem performed by the Daytona State Jazz Choir, an a cappella group. Masterful job by them.
Really well done.
We're excited
Tom.
to be here with you today, and what a beautiful day for soccer, Ted.
For Florida, fall is certainly in the air. About 84, 85 degrees out there.
You see your referees, Almert, Whalen, Viscatius, and they'll be keeping an eye on things out there today. And boy, this Daytona State team, Ted, so strong, can really light it up offensively. 41 goals scored already this season.
Oh, they got scoring machines, Drew. I mean, between Driscoll, Duffy, Andreasen, Mikado, Timms, and John, I mean, together they have over 60 goals. That's quite a combination.
Incredible firepower, and we should see them really light it up today. And, of course, these two teams, this is their second meeting of the season. Met a couple of weeks ago down in South Florida at Broward College, and the Seahawks came up with could be noted an upset victory, 2-0 over this powerful Daytona State team. And Brittany Jones and her team wants a little revenge today. Jones, her third season, done nothing but win since she arrived on the scene here with the Falcons.
So important as well, Tom, because this is a conference game. Obviously, since they lost on 9/29 to Broward in that conference game, like you said, revenge is a necessity.
And Broward and their head coach, Michael Goodrich, he is in his fourth season, and guy who's developed a lot of talent during his time at Broward College. 6 of his players have received athletic scholarships to 4-year schools, so he knows how to bring in quality players, help foster their talent, bring them to the next level, and turn them loose.
No doubt. I mean, you call it collegial athletics, scholarly athletic programs, such as both colleges have. What's very interesting is his recruitment with his starters today. You've got almost 8 folks from London, Sweden, Germany, Serbia, Helsinki. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, 7 different countries represented on Broward College's roster.
So we got 3 starters from Florida. So I want to see where that pipeline is coming from. But obviously he has a way of recruiting folks from overseas.
He certainly does. And they'll have a tough time trying to score on this Daytona State defense, a team that has allowed only 17 goals. We know they can score, but they have allowed only 17 goals this year.
Right, Tom. And I think it goes back to the 9/29 game. They got to get back to their fundamentals. There was a kind of a less crispness of passing. The passes were not going to feet when they were supposed to go into the space. They were going to feet and vice versa. So I'm sure Coach Jones has figured that out and is looking forward to a wonderful game as we're waiting for the upstart.
Well, the 6th meeting all time between Broward and Daytona State. It's been dominated by the Falcons. They are 4-1. Of course, that only loss in the all-time series, as we talked about, it just came 2 weeks ago down on the South Peninsula. They have met, by the way, in the playoffs once. That was a couple of years ago in 2016 when the stakes were much higher. Daytona State with a 2-0 victory in the NJCAA Region 8 semifinals back a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to believe what's been accomplished by Brittany Jones in just this short amount of time. Here you are, 2 years and halfway through now, a little bit more than halfway through the 3rd season of this beautiful soccer complex. Absolutely gorgeous to look at. Manicured field, certainly well kept. They got to thank the groundskeepers for everything that they do here.
Homecoming weekend, as we talked about, so many festivities going on around the grounds, and there's no better soccer complex in NJCAA play anywhere in the state or in the country than this one here at Daytona State College. So excited to get ready to kick this one off.
Well, how about that forward view that we got upcoming shortly, which is going to be basically the NJCAA Division I Men's Soccer Championship Tournament to be hosted right here in town. And for you viewers on television, come on out. And you got to see that. You're going to see some of the greatest talent for 2-year programs in the country coming to Daytona State.
That's right. November 12th through the 17th. It's going to be quite a week. If you love soccer and this pitch, as you talked about, the stadium being so nice, the pitch perfectly manicured, the green grass, what more could you want?
Oh, and certainly you got to think of the concession stand downstairs.
Well, there's that too. There is that.
They're doing a good job down there.
We have both partaken.
I just loaded up myself.
And so Daytona State, as they get ready, they started the season, did the Falcons, ranked nationally, number 7 in the NJCAA preseason poll, currently ranked number 13th. They made it all the way up to 4th in the country back on September the 5th. Did lose a couple of games consecutively late in September to Eastern Florida State College, and then that game at Broward College. They lost 3-2 and then 2-0 in the loss to Broward, but have bounced back since then. The Falcons on October the 2nd here at home, defeating Polk State College 2-1, and then went to Miami just this past week to defeat ASA College down there in Hialeah by a 2-1 score.
You know what, Drew? I love, Tom, I love seeing that you see some of the ball girls down there helping out. And what Brittany Jones believes in is giving back to the community. They host a number of soccer clinics here for the young ones. So they're coming from various middle schools, even high schools, and the college students are helping them with their skills and soccer progress here at Daytona State.
That's the Future Stars underway here at the Daytona State Soccer Complex. The Falcons in the home whites with the blue trim. Broward College in the road navy blue uniforms.
You know, it's interesting because they've already played each other several times. You don't have to, you know how usually when you haven't met another team before, there is a bit of that, you know, feeling each other out in the beginning of the game, whereas, you know, here you're going to see them just kind of go all out at each other. They know their weaknesses and their strengths on both teams.
They do know each other well. Broward College with a record of 3-3-1. Haven't played as many games yet this season as the Falcons have, coming in 10-3. Taken back there by Gabriella Gale, the center back, and sent back to the keeper.
Nicely played ball into space over the offender's head of Broward.
Moved up towards midfield. Taken away there. And the Falcons possess.
Beautiful
Great
ball
ahead.
into space there.
Tracked down by Taylor Duffy as Reyes boots it away. About a minute and a half into the first half. And our first game here today, the women's game between Daytona State and Broward College. Men's matchup a little bit later on as the Falcons play host to Eastern Florida State. I'll have that one for you as well.
Right, the Titans. We're playing the Titans later about 4 o'clock. So far, you're seeing the ball being possessed mostly by Daytona State. There's one of those passes that Coach Jones is going to drive her crazy because the ball was not played to feet in a small space there.
Wintermeyer continues to fight for it there with Erickson. And here comes Broward College with a potential opportunity. Gale had it for a moment.
Cut off nicely by number 5, Autumn Sander. Product out of Lake Mary. Nice, right to feet. Great move there.
And Duffy moves it ahead across midfield.
Oh, yeah.
Into traffic and a whistle.
A little bit of a push there. Obviously not a dangerous spot for an indirect free kick. I'll go over that a little bit more, Tom, as we get through, as you see more free kicks starting to come toward the 18-yard box. I'll explain a little bit to our viewers out there a little bit of the differences as to what the referee's calling.
As Duffy puts it back into play towards the box. Got the Seahawks trying to clear.
Nice attempt there to try to get out to the wing.
And the center back, Wintermeyer.
Nice crisp ball there. Great skill shown by Andreasen.
And ahead it goes to Duffy. Ball centered. Be a challenge today for Broward to hold off this Daytona State offense.
That's a dangerous ball there by Haley Joward.
And Reyes collects it. Talked about Leslie Reyes, the sophomore. 3 clean sheets for her over the past week or so. A dozen saves, and it was just announced yesterday that Leslie Reyes, the goalkeeper for Broward College, the National Player of the Week. So she is a hot goalie coming into this game.
A nice idea there to try to get it to Mercado, or Machado, Sarah Machado.
Taylor Duffy again. Wintermeyer ahead again to Duffy, and here's Broward. Daytona State really working this right side of the field to this point.
Nice ideas there. A lot of possession right now and a lot of play happening in the defensive third of Broward.
Still not a shot on goal for either club thus far. But the Falcons have controlled possession largely here through the first 5.5+ minutes.
An errant ball there, try to get to Kronvall. Kronvall out of Sweden, number 7. As I mentioned before, you have 8 out of the starting 11 from various countries.
And on these rosters, Broward College in 7 different countries, including the United States, represented at Daytona State with players from 6 different countries. So very international flavor.
It's a nice outlet there. Great trap and distribution to Broward.
Broward sends it ahead.
Interesting. You notice you played it right off the right arm, even though it was down. I mean, that was deliberate. Surprising no call by the referee there.
So perhaps now working it more towards the middle of the field for a moment, but the continued focus on this right side for this Daytona State offense, but taken away by Broward.
That was a plain giveaway, unfortunately, and Broward showing numbers.
Kronvall tries to center. And at least for a moment, the Seahawks with something going here offensively. And a blast towards the net goes wide.
I think that was the first shot of the game we've seen.
And Makamovich, the midi.
Looking at the flags out there, far side of the field. A little bit of wind, just kind of swirling around. Nothing much of a factor today.
Could not ask for a better day.
No, I kind of wish I still had the chops to be out there, Tom, and be playing. It looks very inviting.
And an opportunity perhaps for Broward. As Gottschalk comes way out the keeper.
Whoa, that was dangerous. And great save by Gottschalk both times. A little miscommunication there between Gottschalk and I think it was number 15, Gale.
So Broward trying to flip the field here a little bit with at least the first shot on goal of this game that we've seen.
Probably going to pass this to the outside. Yep. But not enough on it again. Not crisp.
Taken by Weedy. Weedy moves ahead.
Here's a review of the last play, replay.
Another look at it. So Gottschalk coming way out, as we talked about there. And unable to save it over there on the sideline is Megan Wintermeyer. We've seen a lot of her so far in this game from Bel Air Bluffs, Florida, Clearwater Central Catholic High School.
Now we're seeing a little bit more pressure in Broward's offensive end. That's a tough place to be when you're trying to throw in from there. Right now, Broward showing man-woman coverage. Don't want to seem gender biased here.
Ball Ball goes into Duffy.
A nice idea there. A nice idea. Broward with the counter now. Man, looked like a miscommunication there.
Woodcock's got it ahead.
Beautiful
Now Andreasen.
through ball.
And here's Duffy. Duffy, great move around the defender. Centers it. It's headed away by Verbisi.
Machado trying to save that one. A little annoyed at herself there for playing that OB. Great move there in the corner by the right wing.
Terrific. Shaking the defender.
That was Duffy, I believe, yes.
Taylor Duffy, yeah, number 8. She's been very active to this point. A little over 10 minutes gone here in the opening half. And
Wow, a lot of confidence shown there by Broward in distributing that ball from their goal line.
And a whistle
Yeah.
as they wrestle forward across the field.
Machado's feeling a little frustrated right now. The feet and the mind aren't working exactly together, but I'm sure she'll work that out.
As you see the bump. But the Falcons have possession again. Andreasen.
All right, with a shot on goal. First DSC shot on goal, I believe, right, Tom?
Well, they had one towards the box a moment ago, but never got the shot away. And here's Machado along the far sideline.
Yeah, that wasn't to feet on the pass there. Machado knows it.
Talked about Daytona State having been ranked throughout this season, number 13 in the country right now. Broward College has not been ranked, was not ranked in the preseason national poll, and has not been throughout the year. However, head-to-head, remember 2 weeks ago, they pitched a shutout against Daytona State. Here's an opportunity and a shot and a left-footed goal. Cronval has put Broward College on the board.
Wow. Wow, they haven't come down much, but boy, they've been dangerous when they have.
Ronja Cronval, the left footer, beating McKenna Gottschalk, the keeper for the Falcons.
Here's the replay.
That's right. Look at this terrific ball ahead. And then it's just a foot race, Ted.
Yeah, and well done to put that low, far post on the ground. I mean, textbook shot right there on how to beat the keeper.
So once again, as was the case back in late September, it's going to be the Falcons playing from behind against the Seahawks.
You know, the Falcons have had some decent opportunities as far as some dangerous threats there. They're just going to have to do a little bit better with their passing. And breaking down this Broward defense, which is looking pretty darn good.
So far, they've been very stout. Bending, not breaking, if you will. Andreasen in traffic, gets it ahead. And here's a blast from way outside, which is wide to the right. Off the foot of Woodcock. Woodcock, a freshman midfielder. Australian player. Come all the way from down under. Duffy with an opportunity. Duffy! And Broward College potentially dodging a bullet right there.
Beautiful skills shown by Duffy there, huh? just having a little bit of trouble getting it to the back of the net.
Talking to head coach Brittany Jones before the game, and one of the first things out of her mouth was about Duffy and how dynamic she is. She's a great left-footed player. And now the in-swinger on this corner kick, Lauren Woodcock. Ball still alive.
Oh,
Taken down
yep.
in the box.
Wow. Penalty shot called.
Times, and what an opportunity now for the Falcons.
Right call by the referee.
Yep. So can Daytona State tie it up? Sydney will be the one, this freshman with a huge opportunity right now for Daytona State against the hot goalie Reyes. Something's got to give. And the shot finds the corner,
wow.
and we are tied.
Tied up, and you know what, Reyes guessed correctly, but that ball was so well placed and hit with pace.
She moved to her left in the direction of the ball, but couldn't catch up to it in time, and Sydney with the fantastic goal and fireworks so far in this game. That's Ted. Right. We're tied at 1 apiece.
I tell you, it's been exciting, and we still got another 30 to go in this half.
Boy, that was a big answer by the Falcons right there.
And again, I really believe the referee made the right call there. You could see there was no acting whatsoever in that foul.
Mm-hmm.
Taken down immediately.
Angelica Dedone.
Harmlessly into the box. And it's Gottschalk.
Gottschalk, the freshman. How will she bounce back from giving up that early goal? We've played just over 15 minutes. The first half here at the Daytona State Soccer Complex. And an entertaining battle so far. Ball loose towards midfield.
Oh, good pesky resiliency shown by Tilda Andreasen.
And possessed by Machado.
Well, that was a pretty quick tie. I think Broward was in the lead maybe for about 3-4 minutes.
Yep. 3 minutes and change. And really it was the first goal of the season for Daytona State College against Broward College. They were shut out 2-0 in the first matchup. And big confidence booster also for the Falcons being able to beat Reyes, who has been such a hot goalie.
Just a small miscommunication there. Good job, though. Good job to try to break down the defense. Both teams looking pretty good thus far. Huh?
Agreed. As Reyes comes out to get it. Sent back to Gottschalk as the Falcons reset.
So Gail from Jamaica. A lot of speed there showing the outside. Got to watch the offsides here if you're Daytona State.
The left footer.
Wow. Dangerous there. Not to clear the ball. No. Looking at that replay right here, Tom.
Clearly a good call. There's no question about it. That set up the goal and the blast.
Yeah, Maria Rodriguez was the midfielder who caused that foul on Broward's side. She was a late add-in as a starter for Broward College.
comes Daytona State. And a shot just goes wide.
That was a ripper.
And Duffy had the right idea.
Nothing to be frustrated about there.
No.
Textbook shot, just didn't find the back of the net.
And her patented left foot just sails wide of the far post.
Great turn.
And she knew how close that was. You
She
could see her reaction.
Put some mustard on that shot. Man.
Nearly a 2-1 game, but we're still square at one apiece.
I think now that Daytona has tied, I'm seeing a little bit more of a calmness as they're distributing the ball to each other. You know, it's homecoming. I mean, you're playing, in front of a pretty good-sized crowd here on the home stadium. It always adds just a tiny bit of pressure.
Sure.
Tom, even though you're playing at home, it can just put you on pins and needles just a little bit more.
A few more eyes on you. We're live coverage of the game as well. And the corner kick opportunity here for Daytona State. The last time we had this, it led to the penalty kick. Taylor Duffy. This time from the far side.
I think our fans at home, whether rooting for Broward or Daytona State, or just love the game of soccer, they got to be enjoying this one so far.
And a good one. Duffy puts it in play. A header. Off target.
Looks like the referee's calling a corner.
So the Falcons will get another opportunity, this time from the near corner. And Lauren Woodcock, the Australian product.
Going to hit it with her right foot, so that's going to be an outswinger.
And here it comes. In the box. Another player went down. Reyes had a look at it, still alive. Andreasen. Plenty of opportunities right now for Daytona State.
Yeah, they're really starting to apply the pressure now. Feeling more comfortable with their passing, I see.
Broward College on their heels right now, really for the first time in this game. Here's Duffy.
Oh, nice thought, but I don't think she saw the defender. Out to Mercado.
Mercado. Destin, Florida.
She's got wheels. And she's a tenacious player. Great throw in.
Gabrielle John down there. Sarah Mercado, we talked about, from the sophomore from Destin, Florida, Fort Walton Beach High School. Been a very tough week for folks in that neck of the woods, the Florida Panhandle.
But
Hurricane Michael, and our thoughts and prayers with everybody.
yeah, I see a few of the scholar athletes here come from the Panhandle area, hoping their families are well. Certainly a lot of prayers sent out to what's happened in Mexico Beach and the surrounding areas.
Very tough. Devin.
So you got a change here, huh, Tom?
Schramm has come into the game for Broward College. A freshman from Miami. And the Falcons really over the last 10 minutes, Ted, since that goal, the ball has spent most of its time on this in this Broward College end. So very aggressive play from Brittany Jones's crew right now as we dip under 22 minutes in the half. And Coach Jones, they got to be very pleased with the response from her team after giving up that early goal. And boy, have they responded in a big way. Scoring a goal 3 minutes later. Aggressive play since then.
Yeah, they were nipping at the heels as far as trying to score a goal there. But you know what? The game of soccer doesn't always work out that way. You could be in the playing offense most of the game and never score. And that can be very frustrating.
Cronval had it there for a moment for Broward College. Of course, she scored the goal for them early here in the first half.
Neely, number 24, is taking up that left fullback position. Doing well there. Mercado applying pressure, and it's a turnover.
Towards midfield. Again, Broward not able to get anything consistent going here in recent minutes offensively in this game.
Tell you, this lady here, 18, Dadon, got wheels and a lot of stamina.
Yeah.
Hasn't quit running a bit.
Angelica Dadon from Gothenburg, Sweden. She's a sophomore, and we've definitely be keeping an eye on her. And now Duffy again, the left foot towards the goal, and just wide left past Reyes.
Heck of a shot there. That had to be about 25 yards out. Well done.
How many times has Duffy been right there in the middle of things? A blast a few minutes ago that missed wide right, now wide left. A couple of close calls for her.
I'm always a little partial to the lefties, Tom, because I am too, and played a left striker for a good portion of my time. So it's really wonderful to see that left foot come alive.
Southpaw Sofianos is what they called you in the day. Is that right?
I don't think so. I don't remember that nickname, but I mean, hey, I would have taken it.
Under 20 minutes to play, opening half. 1-1, we're tied. Look at that shot here from Duffy a moment ago. Boy, she put some pace in this thing. Look at that.
Wow.
Zips by.
That was a zinger.
Reyes was there. Get the feeling that Duffy is only a matter of time before she finds the back of the net.
Well in by Neely.
Alana Neely from Ormond Beach. Not too far away is Seabreeze High School. Under 19 now to play here in the opening half.
Yeah, Daytona State applying a lot of pressure. Coach Brittany Jones got to be happy with what she's seeing.
They have 5 shots on goal so far for the Falcons. To just 1 for the Seahawks, but they made that one count.
Yeah.
They're 1 for 1.
That was a beautiful play by Broward as well to stick that low post, far post low.
As Brittany Jones. A little water break here for her players.
Yeah, even though we said it's a nice day, I mean, running at 85 degrees for the last 30 or 28 minutes, about 27 minutes.
Yeah, it's still hot. It's not as hot as it's been, mid-90s, but we're, mid to upper 80s here today on the East Coast. Will take its toll.
All right, they're going to resume play here in just a moment as the clock will then get started. So far, one very critical call by the referee. But for the most part, it's been a pretty clean game.
Mm-hmm. This Daytona State team averaging over 3 goals a game. Averaging about 12.5 shots per game, and they've already gotten 5 off quality looks this afternoon.
Subbing in for the Falcons, number 3, Sammy Saez, and number 13,
Yeah, I think
Tori
my
Martino.
forecast for today, besides a beautiful day, Tom, I think we're going to see some more goals.
Subbing in for the Seahawks, number 3, Paula Cueva.
Big takeaway for Daytona State. Under 18 now left here first half.
Sam Saez, number 3, now in the game since that break. And a beautiful takeaway.
And a terrific ball. Look at this opportunity as Martino couldn't chase it down.
Yeah, the ball just had a little bit too much pace on it, but a great idea.
And Andreasen with the takeaway. So the pressure continues to be applied by this Falcons team. Really dominating time of possession. Here's Tori Martino.
Didn't get around on that one.
Sophomore Martino.
So it would seem that Broward County, with the remainder of their games, as long as they keep up the winning streak, you know, regardless of what they do here, obviously a conference game, they still have a chance to get into the conference playoffs.
About a month away.
Yeah, much difference than, let's say, baseball, where you know, you got, you know, the best of 5. Missed a handball there. You're one and done if you lose in these types of conference championships.
Roger Cronval moves it ahead. Broward College needs possession time, Ted.
Yeah, but you take a look at the offensive end here. They're flooding the box.
Angelica Daytona down there in the corner.
Well,
and an opportunity, Andreasen. Been so active, very creative dribbler.
oh, that's a lot of hands there by number 2, Francois from London.
Working against Martino down there.
Linesman surprised he didn't call that. You can shoulder off the person and pretty much get away with that. That is totally legal. But when you pick your arms up and push off, as Francois just did, I'm surprised the zebra did not take the whistle out. Sorry, gang, as far as the zebra reference. Probably wondering, you know, they're wearing orange shirts and there's no black stripes. But back in the day, they wore vertical black and white shirts. We used to call them the zebras.
The Zebras.
And they could be a friend or foe to any team. Great speed shown there.
Here's Neely.
Nobody there for Broward.
More than 2/3 of the way through this opening half. And a blast with the right foot.
My
Reyes
goodness.
able to save it, still in play. And a shot and a goal.
And a beautiful goal. My goodness.
The Falcons. Michelle O'Driscoll, the freshman.
Honestly, whether it was a Broward player or a Daytona State player, amazing skill shown and calmness in the box, in the 6-yard box there.
Well, watch Daytona State's stick-to-itiveness here, Teddy.
Oh, gorgeous save right there by the Broward keep, Reyes. But the hustle shown there. By the way, great job out there to our technical team bringing this live broadcast from Daytona State Soccer Complex.
They do a tremendous job, each and every one of them. And boy, you know, the keeper Reyes got to be kicking herself, thinking, gosh, I only had corralled that ball. And it got away from her on that initial save, which allowed the Falcons that second opportunity. And they cashed in.
Oh,
And
that's going to be a
takedown.
card right there. With some words. Yeah, that'll be a yellow for the frustrated 18, Didon.
Angelica Didon with the takedown, pulled down by the jersey.
And the referee also counseling the Daytona State player, Martino.
Yeah, that was a no doubt about her.
Yeah, that was the most I've seen as far as an ugly foul, you know, up till now of this game. That means Didon is going to have to watch herself for the remainder of the game so not to receive a red card. Daytona State right now showing a lot of skill, possession time, distribution.
And you could feel it, Ted. They have got the confidence now.
Great outlet pass, or at least try there.
Great takeaway that time. Makuzo. And a shot.
Nice
Reyes
shot, though.
Collects it.
Nice shot. Nice turn, nice shot.
O'Driscoll looking for two in a row.
Yeah. And that should be, yep, a Daytona State ball.
There's this look again from O'Driscoll. Turns and fires.
Wow. That ball had some pace on it, didn't it? She hit that well.
Neely unable to track it down.
Yeah, Daytona State certainly looking for that revenge. I don't think they're going to want to sit on this lead because Broward has shown a dangerous offense.
Daytona State scores so many goals. They've had 5 victories this season in which they've scored 4 or more goals.
Right. I mean, so for Driscoll, that's 12. Duffy, 13. Andreessen, 13. And these are goals, everybody. Yeah. Machado, 10. Timms, 12. I mean, that's over, like I said before, 60 goals between those 5 players.
And of course, Timms got it started with the first goal for the Falcons. And it was O'Driscoll who answered with the second goal. And all these 2 goals from Daytona State came after Broward College had taken the early 1-0 lead on the Ranja Kronwall goal. And Broward with a peek at it here, but again, defensively being stifled by the Falcons. Here is Timms moving it ahead. And it's a foot race. Centered. Nice job by Liesel defensively for the Seahawks. Meanwhile, the Daytona State men's soccer team, who has been in the stands just below our broadcast position watching the first half of this game, as now they are filing out. They have a game to play of their own a little bit later this afternoon.
That's right, 4 o'clock with Broward.
Yep. Got a little taste of the action. Footwork by Martino. Ahead to Howard. Martino. Loose ball there in front. Dangerous moment.
Easily could have turned into a goal there. A little bit of miscommunication by the Broward defense. But it was Liesel that was able to recover and help get that ball out.
Liesel, very consistent player on this back line. And here's a shot. And Reyes scoops it up. Talked about Emma Liesel, consistent, really talking to their head coach Michael Goodrich before the game. He loves how she organizes that back line. Great, she's a great teacher on the field.
Right. An orchestrator.
Cronval.
Referee again letting that go on with the elbows to the back, surprisingly so.
Got chalk. Ahead to midfield. Mikado. Here's Rodriguez. And the whistle will give it back to the Falcons with 8 minutes left in the opening half. It's 2-1 Daytona State. Another look, Ted.
Yeah.
Clear takedown.
Clear takedown. Referee going to have another little consult, I believe, here with number 20. Maximovich gets the yellow. Maximovich with the yellow. That's 2 yellows distributed by the referee to the Broward team.
And the freshman center mid, Maximovich, is a very technical player. And again, another one of these players that Coach Goodrich is very high on. And we'll obviously have her next year as well. Loves the way she reads the game. And obviously an aggressive player.
Right, yeah. Well, you can see the referee very much in control of this game, not letting anything get out of hand, nipping it in the bud from the get-go. And that's what we call, Tom, you see the Daytona State player in that particular case coming close to this end line nearest.
Coming in for the Falcons, number 28, Jordan Messick.
Opportunity. Tim's coming up on it.
Good aggressive play by both teams there for the 50-50 ball.
Schramm loses it. And here comes Daytona State. Sydney Kraus.
Very
ahead
nice.
to Martino.
Very nice through ball there. Martino showing skill.
Martino again here.
Martino knows that was a cross needed to get up.
Woodcock to Timms. Ticking towards 6.5 to play. Opening half. 2-1 Falcons. They have been the aggressors throughout.
A little bit much there. Daytona State continues to push it forward, apply the pressure with the 2-1 lead. They are not leaning back.
Subbing in for the Falcons, number 21, Michaela French.
Ted, we saw the yellow card a few moments ago. There is the best look at it there as you see the right hand and bringing her to the turf.
Yeah, second time. It was Didon with the first yellow, and now it was Maximovich with the second. I'd say so far they've got a crowd pleaser for the home team.
So far, so good for Daytona State folks here on homecoming weekend.
I mean, you hate to have a homecoming and be, a draw is even fine on the homecoming, but you don't want a loss on that day.
That early goal for Broward College, perhaps a wake-up call for Daytona State that this is our weekend. And
that's right. That's what they want to say, at least.
From their perspective. And an opportunity. And Lisell headed it away, the defender, and that could have been a dangerous moment there for the Seahawks as she headed it towards her own goal and out of play.
Yowza.
Messick sends it in. Take a look. Scary moment.
Looks like we'll have an in-swinger here.
Sammy says.
And they will do a replay of the corner kick. Corner kick is also considered a direct kick. So it can go in untouched from that line.
The left foot. Gabrielle Gale. Martino taken away by Cronval. Cronval, quite the player this afternoon for Coach Goodrich's visitors.
3:30 left. Where they will take I believe, if I recollect correctly, a 15-minute halftime.
Lauren Woodcock. Great stutter step right there.
Yes, Woodcock has demonstrated tremendous poise today in the back.
Here's O'Driscoll. And that one sails above the crossbar.
O'Driscoll had the upper left far post in order. I don't believe that was a cross.
Two and a half minutes left in the first half here.
And I think if I've got my stats right here, Daytona State has been just absolutely on the 50-50 balls in control.
With a couple of exceptions up towards midfield, that has been the case. I'd like to get another look at the net here before we get to halftime. Conversely, the Seahawks looking for a final push to potentially even the score.
And you saw that ball came across and over Martino's head, Tom. And that's called, or at least you need to spread the field. You got to take it out. You can't have everybody bunching up in the middle. Coach Jones probably will take a look at that. Just have a quick word. Continue to spread the field. It's just one of those things that you get caught when you're out there on one of the wings, and that happens. And then you find yourself kind of drifting toward the middle.
Final 30 seconds of the first half. Daytona State fell behind early, 1-0, and have come back with 2 goals
10,
to
9,
take a 2-1 lead.
7,
And that appears as though it's how it's going to head into the half.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, that second goal by Daytona State, just a tremendous amount of poise
A big one, yeah.
demonstrated by O'Driscoll.
Well, Timms scored on the penalty kick. O'Driscoll several minutes later to make it 2-1. And that's where we stand at the half. And Daytona State College would like to thank the Financial Educators Federal Credit Union for their support of the Falcon athletic program and its student athletes. And Daytona State College's newest home venue opened in August of 2017. The state-of-the-art facility will soon attract national attention when the college hosts the 2018 NJCAA Men's D1 Soccer Championship. The 15-game tournament will bring participants, their families, and fans to town November 12th through the 17th of 2018 for a week of play leading up to the championship game. Come on out and join us. Terrific venue as we take a look at this magnificent new stadium.
Gorgeous.
State-of-the-art, the Daytona State College Soccer Complex on a beautiful Saturday afternoon homecoming weekend at Daytona State.
It's fantastic. The new facility is fantastic. We can't complain. The surface is grass. It's wonderful. It's a big field. We have great support. You know, it's a very, very nice place to train every day. It's a great place to hold games, and we're very grateful for the opportunity to be in it.
It feels amazing. I mean, the stands, everything looks great. You know, it's just a plus. I mean, we're a good team, so that just brings us, you know, more energy to play and win.
Being a brand new program is really exciting, and the fact that we're competing so well against these teams that have been together for a long time feels really good. And having a new stadium as a new program is really rewarding, especially since our season last year was so good.
It feels great coming here. I mean, I was here last year, and the new stadium was something we always looked forward to last year. We were just like, oh, I can't wait to play in our stadium on campus. And the best part is that we have the TV program, so it helps expose our team. We got a really good team, so I'm just excited every time we get to step out here.
We got to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net more consistently when you get those chances. Because when you're playing a good team, you're not going to get that many chances. So you got to maximize your opportunities.
I think that our first priority as student athletes is obviously our class. So when we go into class, that's our first priority. And so when we go into class, we work hard in class. That just shows in the field as players. So when we come out to practice, we know that we've worked hard in the classroom, and now we have to work hard on the field.
So I think that the classroom is directly related to being on the field. I believe that if you try hard in every aspect of your life, then it'll translate over to other things. So if we do well in the classroom and put in the hard work there, then you'll definitely put the hard work in for your teammates.
Academic success is one of our core values, so that holds us responsible, and responsibility on the field is a really big trait to have and creates trustworthiness with the teammates, and it's easier to play.
We hold our student athletes to the highest standards, so we expect our athletes to put the same intensity and effort into their academic performance as they do into their athletic performance. So their performance in the classroom is a direct reflection of the dedication, discipline, and their adherence to our core values as their athletic performance. So for our team, our athletes are expected to adhere to certain core values, and those apply to that classroom and the field, and all those discipline, dedication, commitment, and all of those things are reflected in the same environment academically.
Here at Daytona State College, we have an education program as well as a service program for our student athletes. An athletic trainer is a highly trained, skilled medical professional who's licensed and certified to provide services to a wide range of people with injuries and medical conditions. We collaborate with physicians to provide preventive services, emergency care, clinical diagnosis, therapeutic intervention, rehabilitative services. We probably see an average of 30 or 35 students per day, and that is mostly for treatments before practice and after practice. And that doesn't count the people who just grab an ice bag. We provide most of their medical care, at least in terms of their injuries that they suffer as student athletes. The athletic trainers actually attend all their practices and their games so that if something happens during those practices or games, we are there when it happens, we can see it happen, we know exactly what type of care to provide. Sometimes it's emergency care, sometimes it's just come and see me after practice and we'll look at that.
So our student athletes have an aquatic center available to them that they can utilize for their workout strength conditioning programs. And the benefit of having an aquatic center is they can do some workouts that aren't as tough and helps your muscles and joints kind of have a break for that, but you're still getting a very, very good workout in. Student athletes who are coming back from injuries, they can go in the pool and utilize the pool. Our soccer team, they may have a lot of heated days where they're out in the sun and they're running, and they can come into the pool, still get a great workout in that will benefit them when they go back on the field, but they don't have those other elements that are affecting them. The training you do really varies based upon where you're at within your year training cycles. A team that's in season, they may come in here once or twice a week, and it's really doing more maintenance, not doing heavy weights, but doing exercises and things that will prevent injuries and maintain what they worked for in the off season. Off season, they're probably in here 5 days a week. Every day they're not working on legs, or every day they're not working on arms, but they're splitting up their workouts. So they're in here 5 days a week, working hard and getting after it. Nearly year-round, you'll find our student athletes in here either a couple times a week or every single day.
I'm a nutrition professor here at Daytona State College, and I'm also a sports dietitian that works with all of our athletic teams. So many times I get asked, what should an athlete eat? It's going to depend upon their sport, the position that they play, the time of year, like what part of the season they're in. Are they in season? Are they out of season? But basically, when we think about creating a winning plate, we think about having 3 things on the plate. Number 1 is lean protein. So that could be something like chicken, fish, lean beef. And then to that, we want our athletes to load up on fruits and veggies. So you might have a good portion of the plate be vegetables. And this is to supply vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that athletes need for recovery. And then the third part of the plate obviously is going to have some carbohydrates on it. And so we prefer them to eat healthy carbs, so maybe something like a sweet potato, brown rice, for example. And carbs are going to give them the fuel to be able to perform and recover from that day's workout.
It's time to express yourself. You were busy this summer. We get it. At Daytona State College, we know a thing or two about how to help you stay on track. Our 7-week express courses start October 22nd, so you still have time to get started. Lock in your financial aid today and go to daytonastate.edu/apply or call 386-506-3000. What are you waiting for? It's time to express yourself.
The Daytona Daytona State College of Education is forever grateful to Volusia and Flagler County Schools and our collaborative partnership that allows us to spend this exciting time out in the field working with these wonderful students, doing one-on-one reading instruction 4 days a week.
Daytona State has definitely prepared me for being a teacher with all the field work that we've been able to experience through the program, as well as the support and help from all of our wonderful professors. And being able to work one-on-one with the students has been a wonderful opportunity to experience that already before I get placed in my senior internship.
So today, we're going to learn about something that I think is really fascinating. We're going to be learning about weather balloons.
In the IMES lab, we have state-of-the-art equipment that help us further our research.
To be surveying these seagrass beds here in Oak Hills and looking at how they're changing over time.
I love doing this, coming out into the field and actually getting my hands dirty. And
you get to do everything you've ever wanted to do in a marine biology program. You get to go out into the field and actually do the work.
We are truly building a program here for students that are interested in conducting undergraduate research. It's a rather rigorous program for a two-year college.
I'm going out and studying horseshoe crab populations and seeing where their nesting sites are and how often they nest where they are.
The professors motivate us, they inspire us to continue our research and to better ourselves in the scientific community.
This is much better than sitting in a classroom just looking at pictures and listening to people talk. We get to actually feel and see the plants in their natural habitat.
I love this class. I love everything about it, the learning of the names of the flowers. Now it's like putting a name with a face.
Back live, Daytona State College, the soccer complex on an absolutely picture-perfect Saturday afternoon. Homecoming weekend at Daytona State. The Falcons women's soccer team leading the Seahawks from Broward College 2-1 as we are all set for the second half. The home team Falcons in the white uniforms, Broward College in the dark blues. Tom James alongside Ted Sofianos, and a lot of action and really terrific offensive display, Ted, in that first half from Daytona State.
Yeah, certainly they had, obviously the possession time, possession arrow going in their favor. As they settled down after the first couple of minutes, I'd say after the first 10, their passes became more crisp, distribution more effective, and obviously by the score of the game, that's what the tally is right now.
Broward College got on the board first. About 12 minutes into the game. Took a 1-0 lead, but Daytona State raced back with a couple of goals and a quick shot on goal here from Gabrielle John. Reyes collects it in goal for Broward College.
Not a bad thought. Wyndon right now, Daytona State's favorite, just a bit of a breeze. Wanted to probably hit a high floater, get the keeper maybe caught off the back line.
And we'll see if the Falcons dominate possession as much as they did in the first half here in the second half. Really asserted themselves offensively. After giving up that early goal, it was all Falcons.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Goodrich from Broward College gave him a good stern talking to about, some of the lack of possession. Certainly some of the 50-50 balls. Going to have to tell him be more aggressive in there.
As you see, McKenna Gottschalk, the goalie for Daytona State, only faced 2 shots in the first half. Her counterpart, Leslie Reyes, the National Player of the Week, the goalie for Broward College, took on 11 shots and gave up those 2 goals.
That was a gorgeous pass.
Centering opportunity right there.
Dangerous cross there.
Neely, yep. And the freshman Gottschalk from Bloomfield, Colorado, Legacy High School. Doing a fine job in the net for the Falcons as their offense continues to tick. Really dominant.
Machado did good to hold that ball because the offensive player was offsides. So good job by Machado to hold on to that.
A little more than 3 minutes gone here in the second half. Daytona State 10-3 on the season. They've won a couple in a row after dropping 2 straight at the end of September. And one of those 2 losses was to Broward College down in South Florida. Broward coming into this game 3-3-1. Ball ahead to John and poked away.
Out to the wing. Machado showing patience being out there, spreading the field.
Machado moving it towards the middle. And back outside. Great control by Machado. Here's Andreasen.
Oh, Andreasen wanted that one back.
The midfielder, Tilda Andreasen from Gothenburg, Sweden.
Right idea, though.
Yeah, her coach loves her, by the way. Brittany Jones, the head coach here at Daytona State, loves Andreassen's great vision on the field. Real leader. Gabrielle John didn't call her name too many times in the first half. This one's sent ahead, and Reyes, and a collision right there just outside the box, and Reyes perhaps a little shaken up right there.
Referee's doing the right thing there. Just said play on, checked out the goalie.
It was Reyes and O'Driscoll who collided just moments after Reyes had collected the ball. And Andreassen ahead for John.
That was just a gorgeous look.
Gabrielle John. And the opportunity goes by for Daytona State as Bacuzzo couldn't do much with it. Freshman from Mount Dora. There is Reyes, the keeper for Broward. We talked about what a week it has been for her. National Player of the Year, 3 clean sheets, a bunch of saves coming into this game. She has faced a lot of shots and given up those 2 first-half goals. There's a lot of pressure from this great Daytona State team and high-powered offense.
Nice run on the wing there.
Paula Cueva. Alexis Sabine.
And a good clear.
Shell O'Driscoll.
Oh, just buzzing around the corner. Showing skill and speed. Oh.
Big chance right here, potentially. Daytona State as the shot. Not a lot of mustard on that one from Timmis. She scored the first goal on that penalty kick in the first half for the Falcons.
Yeah, I would say start pulling it back from 25 yards out rather than letting go there. You need to kind of get a little closer, dribble in, get it to another offensive player.
Machado working it in and fires wide.
Mercado, she favored that right leg rather than taking the left foot out and giving it a stinger.
You'd see her frustration.
Yeah, she was inside the 18-yard box, probably about 14, 15 yards away. Didn't want to take out the left foot there.
A freshman forward.
It's one thing we've seen today by the Daytona State wings is being able to burn, there's the replay, to burn the flanks of the defense on both the right and left side.
Here's John near sideline. To Timmis.
Some really great work shown in a small space there. And that's where your 3v1 drills come in, Tom.
That's a great point. The footwork from across the board in this Daytona State team is really exemplary.
And I've seen Mercado dribble in, lose it a couple of times, but right back on the ball. Real tenacity.
Neely punches it into traffic there.
Yep.
And a takedown and a whistle.
hard foul there, but referee didn't see any malintent.
Catherine McCormick up off the turf from Helsinki, Finland, the freshman.
A replay of that foul again.
It was Andreasen in on that one.
That's an errant ball. Broward's gonna have to be more crisp than that than to beat the Daytona defenders.
Here comes Machado.
Yeah, just pushed it a little bit ahead too far.
Punched away by Francois.
You know, Machado's RPMs have been up there all game.
Mm-hmm.
Showing a lot of stamina. And back out to the flank.
Sent into the box. Reyes snags it.
Reyes did well to corral that.
Made the aggressive play. Under 34 minutes to play in the game. Remember, we've got a men's matchup still to come. Live here on WDSC.
Yep.
TV 15, and a shot towards the goal again for Reyes.
That men's game will definitely not start at 4 p.m. Going to start a little bit later for sure. Depending on how much time they're going to need for both teams to warm up prior to the start. Rodriguez.
Rodriguez sends it ahead. Kronval. And I believe she was offsides.
Yeah, that was the call. Linesman has the flag up, and I'd say Daytona State dodged a bullet there because that was mighty close on the offside call on the Broward player.
Anja Kronval from Argerich, Sweden. She, in the first half, put Broward College on top in this game, 1-0. Here is a great ball. Ahead for John.
Got two subs coming in for Broward.
Gabrielle John from the sophomore from Seminole High School in St. Petersburg.
Lizel comes off, as well as Tiffany Schramm for Broward.
And it's easy to forget, Ted, as much as Daytona State has dominated possession, it's still just a one-goal game.
I know, it's still a close game. And if you're Coach Jones on the Daytona State side, you got to be just a little bit nervous. You'd like to kind of spread that lead out a little bit more. There's just a small errant pass there, not to feet.
Timmis.
Going to spread it again out to the right wing.
And a cross, headed away momentarily.
Broward defenders doing well there.
Timmis to John. O'Driscoll. And Andreasen,
wow.
That's right. Boy, a little foot race there. Andreasen and Reyes is able to get to it first.
Yes.
Here is Machado again. moving in.
Yes. Machado does not like using her left. You can see that.
O'Driscoll still with it. And she goes down. Slow to get up is O'Driscoll.
Yeah, that looked like could have been a foul, but referee said it wasn't blatant enough, I suppose.
Well, you be the judge. Not much there.
No.
Not much there. 30 minutes to play here at the Daytona State Soccer Stadium.
Not sure why Gottschalk didn't pick up that ball. She has every right to. There she is.
Alana Neely.
Neely did well to get that to square it out there.
Andreasen ahead to Machado. Oh, and a loose ball. Great job defensively by Paola Cueva to get that out of the danger zone.
Reyes is complaining to the referee, but referee's not hearing it. Machado did everything she could to run down that ball, and looks like Reyes is in a bit of pain. Referee stops the clock.
Yeah, that's she took quite a shot right there to the top of the head. Incidental, but
throw in for Daytona State out on the right wing. And a pretty healthy clear there by the Seahawks. We've got two bird mascots vying against each other.
That's right.
And once again, DSC applying that pressure. Relentless. Ball to space, not a bad idea.
O'Driscoll working against Tweedy.
Yeah, Weedy did well to put herself between the ball and Driscoll. Certainly, some people would call it obstruction, but it's not. In the game of soccer, you have every ability to do that as long as you're not playing the person off the ball. As long as the ball's in the scheme of things, you have every right to do that.
Under 28 minutes left to play. 2-1 Falcons. Broward College trying to get something going offensively. There's not been a lot there.
There it is, spreading the field, as I was mentioning before.
Gabrielle John.
John lurking on the right, on the left wing there.
And Andreasen sends it to the far side.
Daytona State's got to be very, the Coach Jones got to be very impressed with the keep away and possession time. Any time at this level of soccer that you can string along, Tom, 10, 11 passes. The pros have trouble doing that.
That's right. Andreasen ahead. O'Driscoll.
Great job there by Reyes, the Broward keeper.
And she's faced a lot of pressure here today. No wonder she's the National Player of the Year. You can see how talented she is. Faced 13 shots. Inevitably, a couple are going to go through, and she has given up the 2 goals, but one of them on a penalty kick today. Still a tremendous talent in goal for the Seahawks. Chipped ahead. Gottschalk is there. Daytona State looking for its 11th win of the season.
Certainly wanted here in the hometown crowd looking on.
Broward looking to just get above 500.
Some nice footwork shown there.
You know, and these two teams coached by a couple of coaches, by the way, who know each other very well. Brittany Jones, the head coach for Daytona State in her third season. Michael Goodrich, Broward College's head coach in his fourth year. They have quite a history. They go back to the days when they were both coaches against each other in the Sunshine State Conference. Goodrich Goodrich was with Nova Southeastern for quite some time. Brittany Jones, Florida Southern.
Here's a breakaway.
And a chance that goes wide.
Looks like they're calling for a corner.
Allison, Kelsey Allison from Clewiston, Florida, down in Southwest Florida, just into the game.
Broward defense did well to get back on that ball to shut that down.
Another interesting connection that these two coaches have, Goodrich and Jones, is they are both Stetson grads. Although Goodrich told me before the game that, yes, they both graduated from Stetson, but he, many, many years before Jones did. In from the corner.
That was a well-struck corner. Just didn't find a Daytona State player.
And the younger coach, Brittany Jones, would love an insurance goal for sure from her team. No lead is safe, especially against Broward College, a team that knows how to beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
They did it 2 weeks ago, down on the South Peninsula 2-0. They trail it just 2-1 right now, despite being outpossessed for much of this match. Still just a one-goal game.
Oh, a little bit of a giveaway there. Can't do that in the middle of the field, especially in your own end.
Rodriguez. Maria Rodriguez. Elizabeth Berbisi trying to send it ahead to Gonzalez, but too much. Halfway through this second half. Our first of two games this afternoon, live from Daytona State College. Can the Falcons hang on? Haley Howard back into the ball game for Daytona State. Gotchuk lets loose on one. She's had more difficult afternoons, at least to this point, in games this season than what she has faced today. Only 2 shots have come her way to this point. Kelsey Allison. Andreasen. Can O'Driscoll track it down? No.
Wow, dangerous there. It's a little bit more than half gone for this second half.
And an errant pass.
And
we'll see if Broward College can do something with it.
And Broward with numbers on that side.
Cronval scored their only goal. Goes down, no call.
Great defense there, shown by Daytona State.
You know, out of the picture, Cronval slow to get up. And here's an opportunity for Daytona State. The shot, though, is wide.
And that'll be a corner. Deflection.
A couple of players down right now for the Seahawks. See Kelsey Allison right there with that shot. Cronval has gotten up back in the other end, but looks like Jimenez is still down for the Seahawks. Up towards midfield. Able to get back up. It's good to see. Diana Jimenez from Ecuador. The sophomore defender being helped off. And she will be replaced on the pitch by Alexis Sabine. As Coach Goodrich trying to find the right mix that will lead to more offense for his team. But right now it's corner kick time for the Falcons. And Woodcock the one to swing it in. And she does just that. And right back out to her.
Another dangerous cross.
Woodcock will be disappointed with that second effort. Puts it out of play. Daytona State coming into this game, of course, they'd won a couple in a row. They most recently, this past week, defeated ASA College from Miami 2-1. Broward College coming off a loss versus Eastern Florida State 4-1.
Nice through ball there.
O'Driscoll battling against Francois. Chanel Francois from London. And there, of course, is Michelle O'Driscoll from Cork, Ireland. Very athletic player. Scored the go-ahead goal this afternoon for the Falcons. And back towards the middle of the field now. Brooke Bukozu.
Broward trying to get numbers up. Here comes number 20, Maximovic.
Gonzalez towards the middle of the field, and going down is Didon. Still down. And shaken up.
Yeah, that is a dangerous spot for Daytona State.
Was hit there from behind by Woodcock, and she is still in some pain down there.
She seems to be in quite a bit.
Clock stops with 18:40 left to play. Different angle.
Maybe got the ankle stepped on.
Yeah, that's possible.
Couldn't
from
exactly
behind,
catch it.
That's what they're working on, Ted. It looks like the left leg and right down towards the ankle area. Without being too presumptive. And they have brought out the yellow card for Lauren Woodcock of Daytona State. and not able to put much, if any, weight on that left leg right now. Is Dadon trying to walk it off.
Hopefully she'll return shortly. Maybe have to get that ankle wrap. We'll see how it goes. This is a dangerous spot right now. About 21, 22 yards out.
Zeljana Maksimovic from Serbia. Big moment right now for Broward College as they try to even this game. This is the wall. And here we go. Chipped in, and great job by Golchek.
That was a nice hit, though. That was a nice hit by the Broward offensive player.
For the Falcons, number 17, Cassidy Wrench.
Daytona State's going to have to be careful.
And Ted, just one final note about Angelica Dadon, who was helped off when she first got up, not able to put almost any weight on that left leg. But as she worked her way more towards the sideline, she was able to put more weight on. So we wish her all the best.
Yeah.
As we're under 18 to play. Second half. Falcons leading the Seahawks 2-1. Tom James alongside Ted Sofianos for this one. 15 shots on goal for Daytona State this afternoon. They have been so aggressive. They've outshot Broward College 15-3. Still lead by just one goal.
Good development there for Broward.
Selena Gonzalez working against Gale. Gale takes it away.
Gale wins that 50-50 handily and distributes out. Oh, giveaway there.
Andreasen had it for a moment, but it belongs to the Seahawks. And some substitutions for Broward College as Weedy comes in, and she will throw it in. Weedy into the game. Also Cronval back into the game for Broward College.
Harmless ball across the end line there from Broward. Gives it back to Daytona State for the goal kick. Under 16 remaining. Right now they're playing a 4-4-2, Tom. You might think that could switch for Broward County a little bit. I'm sorry, Broward County. Broward College a little bit. There's a handball.
From Broward County.
That's right. And you wonder if they're going to change their offensive style to bring more players up front.
And Weedy took it right away from Gabrielle Jean. And a weak pass that gave it to Daytona State momentarily, but Broward College back in possession. Cueva works it ahead to Cronval. And here's Cronval. An opportunity perhaps. A shot on goal, and Grachok with the save. And less than 15 minutes to play in this game, and a pretty good look that time for Broward College. serving notice that, you know, they're still in this thing. As Reyes
scoops up another.
That's right. Quickly, Daytona State flipped the field after that shot from Cronvall on the other end. There's a whistle, and the official with a quick discussion
Yes.
with Bucuzzo.
Doesn't take anything from any of the players.
Nope. 14 minutes left. Can Broward College make a push here?
And there is another handball.
It's against Ronja Cronvall. Coach Goodrich before the game talking about Cronvall and about her high work rate. Always a positive player on the field, on and off the field. Just really helps the entire culture of this team. He just loves her as a player, and she can score a goal. And there's a ball in and an opportunity for Daytona State. Just goes wide from Andreasen. Cross. It gave Daytona State a chance. With 13 to play. As Weedy boots it away.
Subbing in for the Falcons, number 8, Taylor Duffy. Number 13, Tori Martino. And number 22.
Good shield there by Gonzalez. And Gonzalez now did not get the throw in. Daytona State ball.
Daytona State looking for a goal to put more space between them and the Seahawks.
Oh, Gale breaking through there.
Gabriella
And a gorgeous
Gale.
pass.
Beautiful pass. And a left footer.
Whoa.
From Duffy. A name that we haven't called in quite some time. She's been off the field for a while. Taylor Duffy, very active in the first half. And here's Timmons. Ahead to Martino.
Gotcha. Communicating well there with the defenders. Woodcock laying off as Gotcha called her away. Nice east and west play there by Daytona State. And a through ball to the right wing.
Kraus to Duffy.
And a bit of a wasted attempt there.
Taylor Duffy, a left footer, freshman. Brittany Jones very high on Duffy. A lot of talent. They've seen the footwork, especially in the first half from her. Ten minutes left from Daytona with the home team, the Falcons, on homecoming weekend, clinging to a one-goal lead over Broward College. One wrong move and Broward sneaks another one by, and we would be tied.
And one thing you notice about the Daytona State's play, they have never stopped. What a
Duffy
strike there.
The left foot just goes high.
Dangerous ball there.
Blast, yeah. A lot of power behind that one. Anytime she is in the game, she definitely makes her presence known quickly. So talented.
Yeah, got a boot into the ankle there. Broward's going to get the call.
As we dip under 8.5 to go. Emily Sell.
Dangerous ball there. And you got 3v. Whoa.
Martino ahead to Duffy.
Duffy shielded off. Shielded off well there by Frederick.
Timmons ahead.
And another gorgeous ball out to Duffy.
See what Duffy does with it. We saw Duffy on a similar play as that in the first half, really juke a defender.
That was a push in the back that wasn't called.
And to Gottschalk.
Once again, stoppage of time.
The player shaken up for Daytona State.
As we approach the men's game, we're seeing both Broward and Daytona State warming up a little bit now.
Yep.
Coach Sazenden of Daytona State having the scholar athletes stretching there.
Coach Sazenden joined us the other night, earlier this week on the Falcon Athletic Network show in our studio. Had a couple of his players with him. Very confident heading into this weekend.
Daytona State again on the attack, and unfortunately offsides for Daytona State.
Kelsey Allison had it there, but caught by the official.
Ball played to a Daytona midfielder. Number 7, Timms. He's had a good game.
She's been everywhere, including scoring the first of the 2 goals on that penalty kick after being taken down in the box. And here she is.
Just a little bit of a miscue there as we approach 6 minutes left in the game. Sure, Coach Jones is telling her players make sure they're back.
For Daytona State, it's not just about protecting the lead, which they've done a great job of, but any opportunity to add to it. A couple of players go down, and for Daytona State, Haley Howard still down. Here's Duffy. Duffy still has it, the left foot, and Reyes pokes it away.
We do have a Daytona State player down. Looks like it's Joward, Haley Joward.
The outside back. Haley being attended to by her teammates and Coach Jones coming out. Not far from the Daytona State bench. There's the shot, and Reyes.
Wow.
Great job with both hands.
Did well to deflect that ball out of bounds for the corner. Hopefully Haley Joward will be back up shortly.
Her teammates taking an opportunity to get a breather. Haley still down, maybe trying to work her way to her feet. And does. And a nice hand.
Round of applause there by the fans.
That's right. What a beautiful day. October on the east coast of Florida as Howard heads to the bench, shaken up. Of course, October in sports, known, of course, for the baseball playoffs. Plenty of football to be had. But here at Daytona State today, we are all about soccer as the women.
Comes the in-swinger with the left foot. And Broward did well to clear.
Yep. Timmons is collected by Wrench up towards midfield. Martino.
Just a bit too much pace, but well executed. Just a little bit too much pace. Good thought.
2-1 Falcons with 5 minutes left on the clock. Can they hang on against Broward College?
Wow, that was a gutsy pass right there from the back.
You can say that again. Broward has got to be aggressive at this point.
A nice header there. Just push it out a little bit too much to the inside while the wing was there waiting and expecting that pass.
What will Broward College do here in this final 4.5 minutes to be more aggressive? Another attacker, perhaps. They've got to ensure possession, which has been an issue for them against Daytona State this afternoon. Duffy's got it. Across the field it goes to Saez.
A wonderful switch of fields there.
Sammy Saez. And now Martino. Andreasen to the middle to Timmons.
Timmons
great footwork by
needed to get back on that one.
And check this out. Here's Cronval. Cronval still got it. Some contact down there, no call. And Cronval is looking at the official like, give me something. Man, she's going to get nothing, but
oh boy,
definite
some sloppy
contact.
play here right now with the waning moments by Daytona State.
And here's Cronval again. Dangerous player offensively. The cross and a chance, and Grotchuk with a tremendous save down there with Cueva breathing down her neck.
That's all you need is one sloppy ball, and you can have a tie. So Daytona State got to be wary of that.
Well, that could be the game saver from Grotchuk. That save. Dodging a major bullet with the Falcons. The Seahawks not going away.
Seeing a lot of tired legs out there right now, Tom. That's where the subs got to come alive here.
As we tick towards 2 minutes to play. It's been a good one. All the scoring in this game, Teddy, it happened really in the first 20, 25 minutes of the first half.
Very exciting. Very exciting game on both sides.
And off the post. A chance at Cueva. And there's Cueva again with the left foot.
DSC was rescued by the post on that one.
Game of inches for sure. A minute and a half to play. And Duffy gains possession. Wow. What an opportunity for Broward right there. And back the other way. It's a foot race.
And that probably is going to be a corner off the keeper. Right now, DSC, of course, kind of milking that clock, slowly going over to retrieve that ball with less than...
Here's the chance, Ted. Cueva right there, and that was the first of really two opportunities.
Yeah, there was two major opportunities there, and then of course.
Broward. Here's the real good one with the right foot Cueva off the post. My goodness, and that was just sitting right there for her. Final minute, and the corner kick, and not a good one.
14 seconds. Obviously, they're
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And that does it.
And that will do it as Daytona State withstands an incredible push late from Broward College to ensure the victory. The Falcons defeat Broward College 2-1 for their 11th win of the season. A tremendous game here this afternoon. The 2-1 final. Of course, today's game brought to you in part by Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Daytona State College. FEFCU and their incredible work, of course, in Follett's bookstore as well. Follett's the official textbook supplier for Falcons student athletes. And of course, stay with us. We've got the game coming up, the men's game. Eastern Florida State will take on Daytona State, as both of those teams have already taken to the pitch to get warmed up in it. Really should be a good one. And this one between the women's teams, Broward College and Daytona State. And the early goal as Cronval scored to give the Seahawks the lead in the first half, but back came Daytona State. Some chances early. The takedown. This led to Timmins with the penalty kick, and that tied it at 1. Another shot by Duffy went wide. But then the opportunity in the first half, the go-ahead goal came from O'Driscoll. And so O'Driscoll's goal gave Daytona State the lead. And they win it 2-1. We're coming back with the men's game live from Daytona State College.